All right, Coach. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. One.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Lions suck up on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I can't believe they let you play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check. Watch 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mariota. Got a man, it's Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went.
And oh, it's blocked. The Colts have it. There he goes, right side. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Second and 5. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Third down, here's Peyton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. With it is Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And some room to run now. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They'll try to throw now, Mariota. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds right around the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Colts 2.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Third down.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15. We go.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 15-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on. Hey, hold on. Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Go. Mike 54. All day, every day, any day. Mike's 5'4.
To throw on second down. Fields. Got some room at the 30. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Fields, flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Come on, 15 on it. 15 on it. Block 54. Block 54. Check pass. Check pass.
Here's second and 8. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Operating from the gun, Fields. He completes this one to Mack. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now it's Henry, and he stopped immediately there. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mariota now. Complete. It's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of where.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, and the Titans are in for 6. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Fields. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready? BT Gator, AT Gator. 54 miles.
first and 10. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Fields. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. To throw on third down. Fields. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down, Indianapolis.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. On first down, Dillon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Yeah, let's get second.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Looking to throw. Fields. Room here to run. The 20, 10, 5. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty dumb...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Slam. Check. Crunch. Wheel. It's a safety creep. Delta. Chin up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 2nd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Max 15.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come off the ball. Big Dad.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota, and this one complete to Smith. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards. They come out here in the eye.
Let's go.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That drive.
And now it's blocked. The Colts have it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25. Back now in Nashville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let him know.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Man, I got you.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this this one down to about the 17. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mariota hands to Henry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
Mariota gives to Henry. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This is taken at his 4. Shifts by him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And now here is another interception. Snags it for the pick. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Come on. Let's see what you got.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Suckup for the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
Makes the score Titans 60.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by... Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. A first down carry for Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Mariota now from the 50. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On second down, it's Mack. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.